said don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long.
That's my opinion!
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
Because I don't want to be a part of it.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
Close your legs to married men, trash box.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Welcome to Morally Corrupt, a show here on the Ring of Reality feed. I'm Rachel Lindsay. She's Callie Crerie. We have no time to waste. Let's just get right into it. We're only doing OC in Miami because that's all that's really going on. We're not doing McBee Dynasty. I don't even know if that's really what it is. Are you watching that? You watch everything.
I'm not watching it, but the family, one of the main guys on it was on a TV show in the past called Joe Millionaire. And I watched that show and I loved it. And so I started watching McBee Dynasty last night because what the fuck else is on TV right now? Bravo is starving us.
Gilded Age.
Oh, I haven't started yet. I still need to start that. But it's great. McBee Dynasty is awesome.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm not ready.
I think you just got one fan. In. Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of people watching because it's coming up on my TikTok, which is what made me want to watch it. But people are watching it because there's nothing on TV or on Bravo. And then people are like, not me liking this more than the Housewives.
Because it's new. It's fresh. Just wait till Salt Lake City drops.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's not till September, though. We've got time.
It is September. It is September.
It's not.
It's September.
My birthday's
Summer
in September.
Is over. Summer is, what is it? September what again?
17th.
Summer's over.
I'll be 37.
Beautiful.
Getting crackly.
No, never that.
Getting wrinkly knees. They're coming.
Bony knees. We'll get to Miami because I've been reminded of some things. I'm gonna take some things. I'm not gonna take some things back, but I've reminded why things have gone sour.
I know what you're gonna say.
But let's do OC first. So OC, we pick up where we left off. It was on a to be continued, and we pick up where we left off with Tamra, where she quit the show. But we were privy to this, like we kept up with this drama in real time because she was keeping us abreast on social media. So this wasn't like the shocker it could have been because Tamra, was like putting it all out there and nobody believed her. And as Shannon beautifully pointed out, you've done this before. And I think that's one of my favorite clips.
We saw her the next day.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite clips is when Tamra was running barefoot through there, like she's a runner, she's a track star.
When they put that clip up, I was like, oh, she was really sprinting. Like I had totally forgot about that moment, and then when they showed it, it brought me like right back
that
to
should
when
be
I watched
a meme.
it the first time.
That should be a meme. Like add that to the Bravo memes because that's something we shouldn't forget. And Shannon was right. Like we know that I'm not saying that Tamra's really going through things. And again, like beautiful points were made by the women. When Heather and Tamra sit down, and we're jumping all over the place, but when Heather and Tamra sat down and Heather's tried to explain to Tamra why she's upset, because it's like, you're telling people nobody reached out. We did reach out. And not only did we reach out and you didn't respond, you are talking about it publicly on social media and on your podcast. But then you won't respond. And then Heather's like, then, of course, Tamra responds with, these are all the things I'm going through. And Heather's like, well, that pretty much shuts down the conversation. I mean, what do you say to that? And that's what Tamra's doing. Instead of being accountable, you still have to be accountable in real life in addition to the things that you're going through.
Yeah, no one is saying that she's not going through anything. It's like your behavior. Also, they even showed that night in the car that they were texting her. So, like, they knew that you had a flight at 4 a.m. because they were reaching out to you and you were texting back. So her telling her therapist, not one person reached out to me. That is a lie.
Yeah. Like, it's interesting how they're always like, who do they say plays victim? Or maybe I'm mixing up my shows. Gretchen maybe plays victim. I don't know. But somebody plays victim and it's like, no, Tamra plays victim. All these women know how to play victim. Let me just be quiet. All these women know how to play victim.
I don't think Katie really plays victim.
Katie plays victim this whole episode.
I feel like she's just like, not true. I don't think she's just like, I don't think Katie, if this were flipped around and let's say it was Tamra would be like, they're always attacking me. I know this is horrible. No one believes me, blah, blah, blah. Katie's done so much fucked up shit this season that I feel like she's like, nope, not true. Anyways, can you pass my mashed potatoes? Like that was kind of how she was
That's
acting.
because she knows she's a liar. And that's the thing. And I'll start at the end and then I'll work back. The whole episode, I'm screaming like, why are we ignoring the huge fact? As Katie's starting to talk in circles, as she does so well, and she's talking about, first she's like, that never happened. I never said anything. I've never said anything to Kiki Monique, which I will die on this hill that they are doing this to promote her show on Sirius XM that is under Bravo Andy's Radio Andy
Monique
show.
Her name is being said 21 times in an episode.
It is to promote her show with Dorinda on Radio Andy. You cannot convince me otherwise. Like, this is wild that we're getting this much. And I like
it's way
Kiki,
too much.
but it's too much.
I like her too. She's
too
actually
much.
like one of my favorite Bravo bloggers.
Yeah, no, she's great. Anyways, so we're talking in circles about this whole thing. And Katie's like, I didn't say it. And then she's like, well, but I did hear Gretchen say something like this. So it's like, well, okay, if you heard Gretchen say it, then how did it get to Kiki? And then how did it get to the other journalists? And she's never admits to that. Even when she's talking to her husband, she's like, why am I the bad guy? Gretchen said it. Slade said this. And then finally at the end, Jen goes, okay, so then how did it get to Kiki? And I'm like, that is the number one question. That's the point. Yeah.
I completely agree with you because it seems like I saw Queens of Bravo posted, like Tamra reposted something being like, Jen, Gretchen, and Katie all trying to point to each other like, who's the liar, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, if I'm in a group of friends, if I'm Gretchen and I'm in a group of friends, all of us remember the naked wasted thing. I am not saying that they drugged her because I don't think that they did.
Yeah.
You guys were purposely trying to get her wasted. Like, that is what happened. We watched it. You cannot say that you weren't trying to get her drunk. You were. You were feeding her alcohol. You were trying to get her drunk. Gretchen's a grown-up. She can make her own decisions. But that was
Correct.
The goal of that night. If I am in a group of friends and I'm like, I was so drunk, I'm nervous about coming back to the show because obviously they were trying to get me incapacitated, blah, 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 whatever. And she exaggerates and says, I mean, they might have put something in my drink. My problem isn't with Gretchen saying that. My problem is that you took that from your quote unquote best friends in this group, your good group of friends, and you went and told a blogger she said it. That is my issue. Like, Gretchen obviously is saying she never said it, so who knows if she said it or if she didn't say it. Like, it's always going to be he says, she said, whatever. But if Gretchen did exaggerate and said something along those lines, I have no fucking problem with her saying that in their little group. It's not like she was going out saying this wide, saying this to bloggers. It's been years since that's happened, to Gretchen's point. If she wanted to put that out there, she could have put it out there a long time ago. So her saying it to her group of friends,
right?
I am sure she did not think that Katie was going to go and tell multiple bloggers this story.
Correct. But it's a tell as old as time. You don't know Katie.
Yeah, well, clearly.
And you're right.
Because Katie going to go tell it.
Right. And it was one thing to talk about the naked wasted story. It's the additional part that we did not know of her going to the hospital. And I believe that Gretchen probably did say, you know, I was drunk. I was more drunk than I've ever been drunk before. And then to see them say naked wasted, and I went to the hospital. I don't think that she got the toxicology report and saw something else in her drink. But I definitely, because that's what Katie said.
Yeah.
But I definitely could see Katie being like, yeah, she said she was never been drunk like that, so she went to the hospital like she was roofied or something. I don't even think Gretchen used the word roofie. I think that is the way Katie interpreted that conversation. But then to go to a blogger and say it, Katie, I didn't like Katie last season. I didn't want her this season because it's like, it's not a drama I enjoy.
No, I completely agree with you. I didn't dislike Katie last season because like she was standing up to people that normally don't get that type of heat. But like it's like she's constantly crossing the line. Like this isn't this isn't Housewives. Like these things can become legal. We do not want to watch people suing each other. We don't want to watch people recording each other. We do not want to watch people going to bloggers and saying things that could get people like that can actually really damage someone's reputation.
Yeah.
And we've seen in the past when things like this come up, like Phaedra got kicked off the show for something like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just like, and I'm glad at the very end of the episode when Gretchen was like, when I got home and was thinking about it, I'm like, wait, how did this get to Kiki Monique? No matter what was said, someone had to have gone and said something to Kiki Monique. I agree with you. I do think that Gretchen may have alluded to it, but I think Jen's point is like, she never said she was roofied. Now, did she say like, I was so drunk that like, it felt like something might've been put in my drink, something like that? And especially how Gretchen talks, how she's like, well, I don't know, maybe something was put in my drink. Like, she's always like over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Gretchen was like, and guys, I was roofied 100%, right. Went to the hospital, got a toxicology report, and this was the drug that was in my system.
Right.
I don't think that.
Right. I don't think so either. It's just, you know, and as much as I liked Katie's husband last season, I'm like, you are complicit and allow her to continue in this way. Like them sitting on the couch at the end, clearly, it's like, if you're going to do it well. Clearly, you guys had pillow talk about how you were going to have this conversation on camera. It was so
obvious.
Calculated.
I knew it was going to happen before the conversation started.
Right. It was so bad. And Matt's like, well, you know, you just got to protect yourself. And well, you know, do I talk about Slade calling me? And well, and it's like, guys.
He was like, what can I say? What I can say is you didn't lie.
Let's start like, they don't even live in the same house that they lived in before. Like, remember they had this beautiful house last season. And then it came out at the reunion, like, y'all don't even own that. Like, y'all moved into that house for the purpose of Housewives. Now, nothing about them, I believe. And it's like, and I don't want to speak on the family. I don't know about the kid situation. I'm not going to talk about that. It's almost like what Heather was saying. The moment you start bringing that kind of stuff up, because I don't know what's true and what's not, and there's kids involved, it's like you have to shut down the conversation and you can't talk about it. But there is something seriously off with Katie. And there's a huge desire, in my opinion, for fame. I don't know if you saw this on TikTok. Did you see the publicist that was talking about Katie?
Mm-mm.
Me seeing something on TikTok that you didn't see? So there's this guy.
Inform me, enlighten me.
There was this guy who's a publicist, which already it's like, how are you talking about this? And he said that Katie he's worked with a lot of celebrities.
Housewives.
And he said, not housewives, just celebrities. But I guess maybe started to do housewives. So he said she hit him up and was like, I want you to be my publicist. And she basically was like, I want to be, he was like, well, what do you want? She's like, I want to be the co-host of Good Morning America. And he was like, honey, that's not going to happen. That's not what I'm here for. And so she started, I guess, listing off these demands. And he's like, this kind of stuff isn't going to happen. And they never signed the agreement. So I guess that's why he feels like he can talk. But he said that she had these unrealistic expectations of desiring to be fame, using this as a platform, because I guess she was on the Golf Channel. I knew her husband did something with golf. I didn't realize she was maybe a correspondent on the Golf Channel, but he said that delusional. She would tell all like the information of the housewives. She was always screaming and yelling. He was like, the woman that you see who is cool, calm, and collected is an act. She is totally the direct opposite of that. In person, she is screaming, yelling, loud, chatty, gossipy. So, and I'm like, I don't know what's true or not, but it does make sense. She's so, you know how like you could be in a situation and you could talk yourself into it. Like for me, I can go from 0 to 100. So if there's a situation that I know can heighten that, I'm like extra cool. And I'm like, I'm talking to myself, like, don't pop off. Just be cool. That's what I feel like Katie's doing in her mind. So she is very much like, I'm going to let them rant and rave. And then people will be like, well, Katie was so calm. Katie, that person was acting a fool. Katie was so cool and collected. I have maintained that there's nothing I believe about her. I pray that clip that they show where the person who is administering the lie detector test, and you hear her go, she's so full of shit, or that she's completely. I pray that's Katie that she's talking
Katie.
about.
Well, so I also think that I saw an interview of Katie recently where she said her and Jen aren't friends anymore. And I don't think that her and Gretchen will be friends after this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm like, is there a future for her if no one likes her? Like, it doesn't seem that one single person on the show
Nobody
would like her.
liked her last season.
Yeah, but she had Jen.
Jen.
If Jen and Gretchen both are like, no thanks, then I'm like, what friend does she have? She's done something to everyone and has only been on the show for two seasons, I guess. And it's not that she's like calling someone a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, she's doing things that like you just don't do on the show. And again, I was thinking like watching the show last night, which I hope Gretchen and Jen realize, but it's like, I'm sure Tamra has said horrible things about Gretchen.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is Shannon is not running and going to tell a blogger every single thing that Tamra has said.
Exactly.
So I'm fine with Gretchen saying bad things about Tamra. They haven't liked each other.
Right.
She doesn't act like she likes Tamra in person, so it's not like you can call her fake. I have a problem with you and going telling a blogger every fucking time someone says something.
It's like, what's that mindset? What's that like? It's different if...
Who are your friends?
Yes. Yeah, none. It's different if I'm going to go run, we're talking about it, and then I come over to you and I'm like, let me tell you what Gretchen was saying. Gretchen said she went to the hospital after that crazy night. But you're my friend. Never in my wildest dreams would I think I'm going to go run and tell. It's how I feel about The Bachelor and Reality Steve. Reality Steve does not pay for the information that he gets, and I never could, even girls on my season, when I was on Nick Vile's season, I never could understand why girls got off on telling Reality Steve something about the season. You don't get compensated. You don't get acknowledged.
Yeah.
There has to be like a deep hatred for the person.
Jealousy.
Or jealousy. Yeah, that you're dropping information
that you're,
on.
Giving goodwill so that they have your back with somebody else or something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I couldn't be cool with those girls who would talk to Reality Steve in that way and thought it was cool. No. And then they felt stupid when they said it in front of the group and we were like, why the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
That's whack.
No. Listen, and her being like, Kiki is a friend. For example, Queens of Bravo. Never met her in my life. Love her to death. We're friends on social media, I feel. I'm still not going to go and tell her something personal about you because why would I do that? And by the way, I actually would trust that she wouldn't say anything if I said don't say anything. But like, I'm just not doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for her to be like, me and Kiki Monique are friends.
For sure. But that just shows
you. You can't call her and ask if you said this?
And that's where Jen, it's like, okay, Jen, you're asking all the right questions.
By the way,
I need you to believe what you're saying. Believe it now.
Light bulb is going off.
Yeah, just call her. Like, I would call
Jen
immediately.
Sometimes seems a little bit slow. She's like, this is
it just
not
takes her some
up.
to get there.
She's like, 1 + 1 is not equaling 2 here.
It does take her some time to get there.
Stay on the track. Stay on the scent. You're going the right direction.
It's a slow burn for sure. I am eager. The fact that we don't even know if Katie takes this test, by the way, because in the preview we see her getting sick, and that might be the administrator saying she's full of shit.
Full of shit. Yeah.
Because all of a sudden she's so sick and nauseous because the truth is going to, I don't know if it's setting her free.
It's not going to favor her.
But it's not going to favor her.
I am really liking Emily this season.
Okay.
I'm really liking that she's like just being very honest of like everything that's happening at home and how like they're struggling with parenting. I think that's always really hard to talk about publicly. And then to be like, we're not agreeing on parenting, so now me and him are fighting.
Yeah.
By the way, all of these things that she's going through are super normal things that a lot of people go through for different things. Not specific to Afrid, even though I feel like Afrid's become like more and more popular recently. Like I'd never heard of it, and I've heard of it like 40 times this past year. So I don't know what's going on, but definitely heard of it a lot recently. But like just, you know, different things with your kid and like you and your husband aren't agreeing or you and your partner aren't agreeing on what to do and you are arguing about that. Totally normal. I appreciate her just like showing her actual life. But then when like Tamra's losing her mind at dinner and she's like, I don't know what to say. Like she is not here, guys. I don't know what's going on with her, but like, I'm just going to drink my drink and enjoy my time. And then when she goes to the pool hall with Gretchen and Jen, and Gretchen's like, I was sitting back and thinking like, am I being stupid? And Emily's like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, Emily, wait. Emily and Heather's little like 2-second thing. I'm like, Heather is so sensitive. She does not have thick skin at all. And yes, Emily does always rag on her.
Yes, she does.
But Emily does that with everybody.
Everyone she's close to, I feel like she goes like a little harder at. Heather
cannot take it. I thought that was funny. And there was something else. Oh, Tamra, we knew you had taken something with the drinks. What
about when she's like, it's just water, silly? It's literally the color of apple juice.
Girl, that was when you knew the Xanax had kicked in.
Yeah. When Shannon was like, she came to our room and told me she was drinking water in a clear cup where it was clearly not water. After you told me, you'll never see me drunk again. Shannon has been pretty funny too this season.
Yes. One thing you know about Tamra, when she says never, that's not true.
You're never going to see me again.
Not only will it not be never, it'll be within the next 24 hours.
By the way, I never need to see anyone filming therapy again on The Housewives. I don't need it. I don't like it. I don't want it. I can't even begin to think that the therapist is credible. The only therapy I like to see on TV is couples therapy on Showtime. It's amazing. Other than that, don't need to see it. Don't want to see it. And it's bad for business, therapists.
You watch couples therapy on Showtime.
So good.
That's like with reality people, right?
Random people. And I love how the therapist, I think the therapist is great. I think the therapist is really good with the couples. And then the therapist even shows her conversations with a therapist that's over her so that she can make sure that she's saying the right things and doing the right things. They don't never say full names. You can't find these people. Or I haven't tried, but I think you'd have to really dig to try to find these people. And it's really good. And things that are happening in some people's marriages makes you feel a lot better about your own. Interesting. But I just find it super interesting. I think she's a great therapist. But other than that, I don't need to see. Also, that's not really high drama reality TV.
No. It's just so the person can get out their feelings in a way.
I don't want to see this on Housewives or Southern Charm or McBee Dynasty. It doesn't need to be on Bravo.
I don't either. It's you guys got rid of goat therapy and there's certain axe throwing. Let's go ahead and nix this too. There's certain things that we don't see anymore. Let's nix this too. I agree with you. Okay, let's move on to Miami. Couple of high notes we want to hit here. Speaking of notes, do you agree with Lisa taking notes or are you against it?
Episode. Would I want my friend taking notes about me? If I was talking and I just saw her what'd you say? Typing in her phone. I would be what the fuck? But also, her and Larsa aren't friends right now.
But she alludes that she'll do it to anybody. She's not yet.
Oh, I mean, she's being pretty transparent. She's yes, I'm taking notes. She's not even trying to hide it. It wasn't she slipped up and said it. She does it and she's standing on it. I understand why she's doing it or why she feels she should do it based on the past 3 years of her life. Mm-hmm. And, everyone's mountains and valleys are different. This divorce for her seems like a mountain that has been incredibly hard for her to climb. Mm-hmm. And I'm certain that Lenny is putting her through legal hell and has the funds to do it in a very insane way. And he probably has better lawyers. He probably can afford 10 lawyers to her 2 lawyers. There's just so many things that he's been able to do, I'm sure, to torture her through this. So I can understand her being this has been helpful for me in my divorce, so maybe it'll be helpful for me in this friend group. Mm-hmm. And I think she would get a pass if she was being a good friend otherwise. But there's not one thing she's doing right now.
Yeah.
In this friendship, in the friendship group.
Yeah. I agree with you. It only works to me because there's a reunion that's to come. So if I knew that I was going into the reunion and I had a short-term memory, now maybe I would wait till the end of the night, but with drinking and they film for hours that we don't even see. It's like, maybe I need to like take these notes so I can make these points at the reunion.
Yeah.
These aren't typical friendships and typical scenarios. So I do, to a point, understand why you want to make note, especially if you get lost in the sauce and you can't remember certain things. I understand that. And particularly with Larsa, Larsa's really good. And she's much better with her words and expressing things than Lisa is. So I understand it. I might not agree with it, but I understand it. You know, Marisol's not one of my favorites. She doesn't
excellent today. Excellent.
Except for one part.
Oh no, what?
Marisol has the humor of a 10-year-old boy. Marisol's not funny to me. And you don't remember the penis? Like,
I don't care about the penis at all.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Marisol has the humor of a 10-year-old boy. They're drawing and they're painting.
Says like funny things with her dry humor that have nothing to do with like, you know, farting, sex,
if I say 100
stuff.
things, hopefully 3 of them will land. But I guess it's like, Alexi's like, oh, Marisol was drawing penises in our room. That Kiki puts the phone up on the thing, you know, so everybody can do a video. And she's like, oh my God, you can do porn with this. It's like, stop.
No, I agree. I remember when she said the porn thing and I was just like, okay. So yes, there is times like that. But I like how she's reading the Stephanie situation because let me tell you.
She's observant.
When Stephanie started drawing the plane out, I was like, Stephanie, I've tried to be on board for a long time. I've had enough.
Come on over.
I can't do this.
Come on over.
It's too much. And I think even Alexia is picking up on it because when she started saying, also, no one can wear zippers. And also, everyone needs to know I don't like poop. I would have been like, it is a 2-hour drive from Seville to Marbella. I'm going to get a car.
No, seriously. Stephanie acts like she's passing out golden tickets on her way to the chocolate factory.
It's just like, it's not like these women can't afford to go places. And I'm just like, cool. The jet is now a character on the show.
Pretty much.
And the way that she's using it, I am constantly saying to myself, no wonder you do not have friends. Her being like, I'm not going to invite her on the jet. So you're going to have all the girls go except for her with everything that she's going through. Like, is she perfect? No. You guys give her too many excuses for this behavior. You're not her mom. You guys are friends. And by the way, you're not a mom. So why are you acting like one? Like, it is bizarre how she treats everyone.
Also, it's like, it's back to it. It's 22 minutes. You can't figure out 22 minutes.
Fucking ocean. I'm like, it is a plane ride where they can get to anyway. Like, they can fly first class. You're not giving them something that they can't get. It's transportation. And they can afford the transportation. It's not, you either take my plane and you're able to go to this super secret city that nobody can get to. That's not what's happening here. It's just different modes of transportation. You're either flying private with me or you're flying commercial, first class.
Yeah. No.
Stop acting like you are giving them rare crocodile Birkins.
Yeah. We agree on this. She is an excellent addition, but it's stepping
I'm not even sure anymore.
No, it's good. It's good drama.
Do this every episode. You cannot throw your wealth around like this. I want you to be rich. But I need you to be richer than you are because you're talking about it too much.
That's what's going to happen. Next season, we're going to find out that she's not as rich as she is. You know, they've got lawsuits. We're going to find out all the drama. We're going to find out the background with her and Masood. It's stepping into this. I feel sad for her now because to your point, it's clear she has no friends. It's clear she has no social skills and it isn't socially aware and truly doesn't know how to act around a group of women. She really doesn't. And the only reason Larsa's tolerating it is because her not inviting Lisa benefits Larsa.
No. The only reason why Larsa's benefiting it, the only reason why Larsa is okay with it is because it benefits her. The moment it no longer benefits her, Larsa's like, this jet's basically my jet now. She's not she's going to do anything I say. So, like, I like this. She's going to back me up. She doesn't like Lisa because I don't like Lisa. She doesn't have any friends, so she's happy that Larsa likes her. So she's clinging to Larsa for fucking life. And Larsa's like, great. I love a minion.
Yeah, Stephanie's annoying. That's really the word she is. She's annoying. The big thing that happens on this episode, they all gather around the dinner table. And we see earlier in the episode where Lisa basically says they get Lisa to unfollow Marcus, but then they do a flashback that we didn't see before where they all pinky swear. Everybody's involved. Everybody's aware. Everybody's pinky is a part of this. Mm-hmm. They pinky swear not to mention this to the group. They sit down, not even 5 minutes in, or at least 5 minutes of what we see. Adriana says Lisa unfollowed Marcus. And then immediately, Kiki and Gertie are kind of rolling their eyes like, and Gertie's like, she told us not to say it. Adriana's like, I don't remember that. I was looking at the birds, blah, 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 whatever it may be. Kind of funny, right? Like so ridiculous. We're like, that's our Adriana. And then Kiki's telling her how she shouldn't say that. And she looks at Kiki and she says, stop being ratchet. Do you think she meant ratchet in the negative way?
I don't think she meant ratchet.
What do you think she meant?
She said, stop being ratchet. You're so miserable. Ratchet and miserable are nowhere near the same word.
What word was she trying to say?
Sorry, Queens of Bravo. You're our imaginary third co-host today. Queens of Bravo posted screenshots of Adriana commenting because one person commented and was just like, oh my God, I've loved this episode. I've laughed all night. It was a Black woman who posted this. I'm too tired to be mad at Adriana because everything else was great. I have to assume she did not mean ratchet because she was truly confused afterwards. I think she meant wretched. And I was like, wretched would make more sense. Wretched means or is closer to miserable.
It is.
Than ratchet is. Also, after she said it, Adriana was, the way that she was acting, like, this is not a big deal. Like, what are you guys talking about?
But that's the problem.
No. I know. But I think she is not understanding what she said. Obviously, there's like a very tiny language barrier there. But the way Adriana, like, did not understand how it was bad and went straight into her being mad because she was old and was like, what are you guys talking about? She just called me old. Like, she thought being called old was way worse than ratchet.
I would give her that. She probably did mean a different word. I'm not going to take that away from her. But the women at the table were like, that's probably not what she meant. They're saying it in front of her. The issue with Adriana, and this is what I was saying at the top of the episode, is I'm reminded that Adriana does not know how to take accountability. When Adriana is wrong, and it's been a few episodes since we've seen that, maybe really all this season, when Adriana is wrong, we even saw her take accountability crazy enough, so I really forgot. With Marisol, she was like, after saying all those things about her, old included, she was like, I don't want to do this. But with Kiki in that moment, she stood 10 toes down and wasn't willing to say, like, that's not what I meant. She was like, that you are. And she wasn't listening to anybody. And my thing is, if Kiki is your friend and she's clearly upset, because it was a second before she said old, it's like, at first the women were like, don't say that. And then Kiki, was like, well, now I'm going to be ratchet. Now I'm going to be this. You're old. Which was funny to me because she said old because she knows that that's what cuts.
Oh, clearly.
Clearly.
That, once she said
face,
old, it was done.
She lost everything. She was like a ghost. Like one word that you could say.
It's crazy that affects her.
Well, because she's the oldest.
Yeah, but I'm like, you don't look like it. Like,
doesn't matter.
Great.
Doesn't matter.
Who cares how old you are? No,
doesn't matter.
I agree with you. It clearly does that. That is the one adjective. She would rather be called ugly. A lot of other names. Ugly, ratchet. Like, she would rather be called a lot of other things.
Because she knows she's not those things, but she is older than the rest of the women.
Yes. So I know she was like, it's ageism. Like, she lost her mind with old. And once she started going, I was like, we ain't coming back from this. She is too far gone. But when she said that, when Ratchet came out of her mouth, I was like, oh my goodness. But then how she acted afterwards, I was like, I don't think she knows what ratchet means. Because she was truly like, why are you guys making this a big deal? And then once she said old, Adriana was like, she just called me old. And everyone's
she couldn't
like,
get past it.
Yeah, but you just called her ratchet and that's racist. Like, she was not understanding any of it.
And
so
that's...
I genuinely don't think that she said ratchet and meant ratchet in the way that we know what ratchet is.
And you're probably right. It's the way she handled it. She never
100%.
was like, people are like, that's racist. And she's like, what? I can't, the willful ignorance is what really got me. And it's like, then the same way they say, the same way she beautifully said when they were all walking around the city, and she said, you need to unfollow him because it's something that Larsa can use to say, well, this is why I can't move on with her. That is what you were doing with the old. Oh, I have to leave. I have to go babysit. I'm a grandma. I have to go babysit. I'm like, oh, Adriana, I thought you were better with the comebacks. This is why I think people make their shit up in ITMs. They know what they're going to say before they say it. Because in the moment, her shots weren't landing.
No, I was laughing.
Shoot blanks. She was shooting laughing. Blanks.
But also, I love how Marisol was like, you literally just called me old last week. Like, what? I thought the whole thing was funny. I did not like the ratchet at all. I agree with you. Once people were like, the way that they all reacted, like when she said it, everyone was like, wait, what? What? I would have been like, if I'm Adriana, which you could tell that she could tell, if she could have just taken a breath. If I was Adriana, I'd be like, oh, wait, did I say something wrong? Because the way y'all are acting is like, I really said something wrong. You know what I mean? So like, take a second and be like, what is wrong with that word? And then let them explain it to you. But right when Kiki said old, that was done.
Man,
that was
if
done.
Words could kill, she killed. Adriana was silent. Like I've never seen her so hurt. Like she didn't even need to cry. The hurt was evident.
That cut her to the core.
Yeah.
So she did say also in like these comments that Queens of Bravo posted that she was like, I apologize to Kiki. Absolutely not what I meant. I meant miserable. I meant wretched. I said ratchet. I shouldn't have. I apologize, blah, blah, blah. So obviously now she understands. This will come up at the reunion, and I hope that she takes accountability the right way. You cannot call a Black woman ratchet. Period. Period. Also, especially when she was not being ratchet at all. Like ratchet was not even like the right.
She was holding you accountable,
which is like another reason why I'm like, that's not what she meant, because it does not even make sense in this context.
Well, at least everybody had a similar reaction except for Stephanie, who decided to cry about it.
If anything, we also learned that she is not dumb.
Who?
So, Adriana.
Oh, yeah.
So, learn quick, apologize quicker. Let's see what happens next week. Stephanie gonna be on the wing of her plane by the end of this.
Yes. There's a colonial woman on the wing of the plane.
I cannot deal with her anymore. So I'm
hoping
it seems
like all the
better.
Women go. All the women go. Now, will they return? I don't know. But they all seem to be flying on the plane. We made it, guys. We got there.
The clip from the plane, someone is standing on the seats. So I'm like, all right, I guess no zippers, but you can stand on the seats.
The plane looks smaller.
The plane is small. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's multiple millions of dollar plane, but it is not a huge plane.
Well, Miami continues to be great and ratchet. All right. Now, all the women, they've all acted ratchet
at different points. Yes.
But that was the improper use of the word. Anyways, OC was great this week. Miami was great this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this recap. That is it for us here on Morally Corrupt. Have a beautiful and safe weekend. We will catch you guys Tuesday. There's a lot to talk about. Kiki's been talking to Carlos King. I saw something else. I'll try to deep dive into whatever it is that publicist was saying about Katie. There's some things that are coming out. I saw something else I can't remember either, but we'll be covering it on Tuesday regardless. Until then, bye guys.
Bye.